it's raining. It's supposed to rain today and then be in the 90s. There she is, drinking her coffee.
Good morning. Trying to warm up. We decided it'd be a good idea to take a walk, and we got halfway down and it started to pour. So, oh well.
We're dry under here.
That's right.
Start on. Oh, and got the fire station and Nanny's foot. But it'll be nice after today. We're here till Monday. And we'll be back with you. There's Nanny. So there she is.
I look like a hot mess today. You weren't supposed to put me on camera today.
Yeah, we're just going up here to look at the river. We've been here a couple of days. Hadn't even got the camera out. There's somebody up there sitting on the rocks. Looks like there's a bench that I can sit on. There she is. Well, you can hear the water running in the background. Nanny has beat this fire to death all day and not done very good at it.
Somebody bought wet wood,
Yes.
but we won't say any names.
I've got wet wood, and she is blaming me. All I do is go and pick it up. What she does with it after that is her fault. Her fault.
Always my fault.
Not always, but the fire is her baby. Oh, Nanny's got Pat walking. It's crazy.
It's a beautiful day.
It is a nice day. It's supposed to be hot. Got a breeze going on down here, but it's supposed to be in the 90s for a week. Guess it's better than rain.
Well, plenty of that.
Plenty of rain. You got to go right into. I guess yesterday was the first day of summer, so I guess we're gonna hit it running. Can't ease into it. But we're Holly River, walking from the campground to who knows how far along. I was perfectly fine sitting in front of the fire. Yes, I have a fire. It's 90 degrees. It's keeping the bugs away because it's smoking a lot. Definitely tell we've had a lot of rain lately. This little river is a roll.
All right, everybody, we thought we'd try something a little different this time. I think I'm going to refer to it as camping cooking with Manny, but you can call it whatever you want. It's going to be what's for dinner. And you're going to find throughout this recipe that I do not like to measure. So I'm going to measure and probably do a little bit of, well, that looks good. So what we've never, and also little proclaimer is or disclaimer, I guess you should say, is that we have never tried this before. So it's brand new for Pat. So we're going to try it. So first thing you're going to do is take a couple tablespoons. The recipe calls for olive oil, but I didn't have any in the camper, so I'm just going to use canola oil. And like I said, I'm just going to kind of eyeball it a little. I'm going to turn that heat down because I think that's a little bit too hot. Okay. So then what I'm going to do is, this is half of a white onion that I've chopped up. Stir that around. While that is cooking down, want those to get kind of translucent, we're going to add the spices. So,
Trans what?
What?
Trans what?
Translucent.
Okay.
Means that they're getting cooked.
Okay.
So, no heckling from the peanut gallery over there, please. So what I did was I have, and I forget how much, I think it's 2 teaspoons of cumin, 2 teaspoons of chili powder. And since I didn't have any fresh garlic, even though it calls for that, I just used 2 teaspoons of garlic powder. So it says to add that to the onions, so that's what we're going to do. Stir that around. And as I said, I've never made this before, so you may see me looking over at the recipe just to be sure that I'm doing it correctly. Those onions go just a little bit longer. Smells good. Now what we're going to do is, I took a pound of ground beef. I went ahead and browned it so you all didn't have to suffer through watching that. So I'm going to add that to the pan with the onions and the spices. Give that a good stir. I want to turn that down just a little bit more. Okay, now we're going to add the enchilada sauce. And you take, let me look back here. I think it's, let me just double check. It's half a cup of red enchilada sauce. Add that in. And at this point you can add salt and pepper if you want, or if there's a different spice that you think would be good in there, I would add it then too. Alright, now what we're going to do is we are going to take, I have 1 egg. I'm going to use this bowl right here that I have. And I didn't bring a spoon, so we'll have to improvise somehow here. But 1 egg, corn. It didn't say whether or not to drain the corn, so I'm going to drain a little bit. And the corn. Stir this. Then we're going to add some Greek yogurt to this. double check. Like I said, I apologize, but I have never made this before, so I want to make sure that I make it correctly. Sorry, I lost my recipe there for a minute. Now we're gonna think, yeah, I could use a bigger bowl too, maybe.
Bigger bowl.
Because I didn't realize I'm gonna have to stir this other in here. Okay, so I hope you guys are staying with me. This is not going exactly according to plan. I thought I had everything covered, but oh well. This is how it goes sometimes, right? So now what we're going to do is for the corn and the egg and the yogurt. And I believe it calls for 3/4 of a cup. Now I did kind of make a mistake with this too. I thought I was getting Greek yogurt, but once we got here I found out that it's just regular plain yogurt. But I think that it will do it. It'll be alright. So if not, we'll know for next time. And it calls for 3/4 of a cup of that, so.
Probably not the big bowl she was asking for. I got a big bowl.
It's pretty big.
It's a pot.
Close enough. Good enough. So, now what we're going to do, always use your pants, right? If you don't have anything else, that's what I do. Sorry, you guys, if you're losing my recipe. Okay, so we're going to blend the egg. Thank you. And perhaps being the sous chef after all.
Oh my goodness.
There it is. I'm going to blend the egg and the corn. Dump that in. Then, somewhere, I think I missed. Okay, no. Now we're going to add the cornbread. Thought that I missed that. I didn't. This would be the reason I don't have my own cooking show, but you know, you never know. Everybody's got to start somewhere, right? You notice Pap's being very quiet because he knows he's got to eat it.
I'm not past to having yogurt in my
Pap is not a yogurt fan.
shoe. Good thing I got a hamburger.
So we're going to mix this all together. All stirred up from the bottom. Oh, yeah. Now we're going to take, I just used this size. I hope it's going to be big enough, but since it's just for Pap and I didn't want to use a great big one. So I'm going to turn this meat off, and I'm going to use this spoon. And what you do is you take the meat and you layer it in the bottom of the dish. And I kept the onions kind of big just because I like the texture. You don't really want them to get lost in there, or I don't think so. So put that in the bottom. It's getting a little hot. Okay, once you get the hamburger layered in the bottom, then what you're going to do is, this is Monterey Jack and cheddar cheese. So you take, it calls for half a cup, but that seems like not very much to me. So it says half a cup divided, which, like I said, I don't think that seems like we like a lot of cheese. So I'm just going to sprinkle some on the over top of the meat here. Then we're just going to take some sharp cheddar cheese and do the same thing. Then we're going to scoop, I think we're going to use this measuring cup. You're going to scoop out your corn and your cornbread mixture and pour it right over the top, just like that. What are you thinking, Pat? What are the thoughts? That doesn't sound like it's very promising. Okay. All right, now we've got all of that. I'm going to spread it out. Like so. And we're going to add more cheese. That's how it looks when it's all put together. And I'm just going to double check because I want to tell you correctly. You're going to bake it for 35 to 40 minutes and you're going to bake it at 350. So here's what it looks like. I'll bring it over and I'll show it to you when it's done. Alright, I forgot to tell everybody that the name of this is actually Easy Tamale Pie, and I got the recipe also off of Pinterest. But if you would like the recipe, just let me know. We can try to link it down below. I'm not sure how we do that, but if somebody wants it, just ask me. I'll gladly give it to you. But we're going to try to dip it up and see how it turned out. It looks pretty good. We've let it cool probably at least a half hour or more. And I'll try to show you, kind of see the bottom where the meat is and then all the cheese. And that's what it looked like in the picture. So I don't know. I hope that it tastes all right. We'll let you know.
Well, take a bite. Yogurt. Very good.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
I threw some sour cream and more enchilada sauce on mine. So I guess it'll be all right. Well, here we are at the bridge again. It is Sunday night, our 5th night here. Thought we'd come up and look at the bridge one more time. This might be it for Holly River 2025, as we're going to go to kickback and camps in different places, weekend trips, so we'll see. And the other side of the bridge. The waters went down quite a bit the last 2 days. Once it quits raining, it gets down there quick, but it was good to hear the water. And there it is. About got her all packed up. Just got to put the awning in. Burning that up before we leave. I didn't get it all burnt. Nanny didn't get it all burnt. So Pep got to load it all up and carry it back to the house. I bet you it'll be dry next time. All right, Holly River, June 2025. the benefits of staying till Monday is it is not crowded at all. There is maybe 15 to 20 out of the 88 sites. I wish it had been like that all weekend, but I think there's 19 in this section, and there's me and 3 other campers. So it's Sunday night, 8:30. We got old Chuck and Charlene ready to go. All we got to do is throw the slides in and head out tomorrow. We'll see you guys on the next one.